Well, this is Harry. Harry, say hello.
There.
Good boy, well done. And Harry is 3.5 and he's our little star. He's done really well and exceeded our expectations really, for, which was down to our own ignorance. But we didn't know we were having a little boy with Down syndrome, so it was a bit of a shock. And Harry had a heart defect when he was born, so he had to have surgery, which ended up being sort of a year down the line. But he's done really well since then. He was very tired and slept a lot prior to that. So our early experience of Portage, which started at about 6 months, was sort of short and sweet sessions, really, weren't they, before Harry would fall asleep. But we were introduced to Lisa after a referral from our specialist health visitor, and it was just a relief to have some sort of help, some sort of guidance, and structure, I suppose. Life was quite hectic, and I didn't know whether I was coming or going. And we had some good structure to activities to do with Harry, because the whole concept of developmental delay, I suppose, was a bit daunting for me. I didn't know where to start. I'd had a little girl, but she was, you know, just did everything with ease and didn't have any sort of additional needs at all. So you didn't really notice, but we needed a bit of help and guidance, really, to know how to approach Harry's learning. And that was fantastic. And I had tasks on a weekly basis, and I had to tick the box, which for me, that structure was brilliant, because I could otherwise lose days. Hi, Harry. Come and sit up here with me. I could lose days without particularly doing an activity. So having to tick the box every day was great. And it was just doing little things, short sessions. And now, when I look back to what we achieved with Harry just by doing 5 or 10 minutes a day of a short, activity, really sort of, we saw the rewards for it. It was fantastic. And also, I suppose, one of the things I was always conscious of is I would naturally gravitate towards certain types of activity and had a strong focus on one particular area, whereas Lisa wouldn't let me do that. And I had to have other things that I had to do. So it made me engage in other types of play and other types of activity that Harry would have otherwise missed out on. Because obviously Lisa took a far more overall view of Harry's development than I would have done otherwise. But it was super. It was great to have that support and friendship, really. And Harry has done really well and helped with finding a setting goals, and helping other carers of Harry and their approach. It was all invaluable advice, really, to help shape his future. Well, I can only say it's been nothing but a positive experience for me, right from the word go. And I can't really imagine why you wouldn't, because it's informal, it's a visit to your own home, you're relaxed. And if Harry had an off day, it didn't matter. We'd still have things to talk about, and you'd still have issues that you'd want to discuss. So it was great. It was useful in many ways, really. So yes, I do actually know a parent that didn't take up Portage, and I can understand why, but the benefits are there, really, to be had. And the early intervention, I'm a big believer now of early intervention, and anything you can do to help these special little folk is great. And breaking tasks down, that was another thing, wasn't it? It was you know, the simplest of tasks that you know, a typical child would just do. And you realise there were several skills you had to master, you know, and breaking that down for Harry to get him to do the little bits was great. Has he gone to sleep? I had another little boy after Harry, who's 2, and the work that I've been doing with Harry, he's just absolutely soaked up. And I can see that it's not just... I mean, Harry with having Down syndrome and not being able to process sort of, you know, the things he hears, the messages he hears, or the auditory information, you know, it's to make things visual for him. But that is beneficial to Alfie as well. And he has just soaked it up, and he's doing wonderfully. You know, his development is a surprise. I mean, he does all the other things easily that you wish Harry could do, but you know, some of the skills are definitely the practices that I've done and exercises that I've done with Harry, which have been beneficial to them all. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we certainly had lots of appointments with Harry's health, with his heart and chest infection, one thing and another. We had lots of visits, but I would say that my home visits with Lisa were... His health obviously is paramount, but I always split his health against his development, and his development, it was all about what Lisa could offer, and that was one appointment I wouldn't want to miss in the week. We worked around the others, of course, but no, I never felt comfortable if we had to miss or cancel a Portage visit, because they were the good ones. They were the fun ones, rather than being poked and prodded, weren't they? So, no.
An interesting thing that.
Yes, I mean, you know, having somebody to visiting you at your home that sees you when you're actually very vulnerable and emotional as well with me, and you know, it's very relaxed, but they get to know you very well and your family, your whole family, and the way you work together and your relationships. And probably more than a lot of my friends know me, actually. You know, they see a side to you that you probably hide from a lot of other people. Yeah,